Hello friends, welcome to the course Atoms and Molecules for MSc Physics Semester 2 as per the revised syllabus of Savitribai Phule Pune University CBCS 2019 pattern. So we are studying our first module Atoms. In the previous lecture we have studied the Zeeman effect and Paschen-Bach effect. So let us study the Stark effect in this lecture. The splitting of atomic spectral lines as a result of an externally applied electric field was discovered by Stark and is called as Stark effect. As the splitting of a line of the helium spectrum shows, the splitting is not symmetric like that of the Zeeman effect. The splitting of the energy levels by an electric field first requires that the field polarizes the atom and then interacts with the resulting electric dipole moment. That dipole moments depend upon the magnitude of mj but not its sign, so that the energy levels show splitting proportional to the quantum number j plus 1 or j plus half for integer and half integer spins respectively. The Stark effect has been of marginally benefit in the analysis of atomic spectra, but has been a major tool for molecular rotational spectra. So this Stark effect was discovered by German physicist Johann Stark in 1913. He received the Nobel Prize in Physics for the year 1919. An electric field causes splitting of the lines in the spectrum of light emitted by a luminous substance. The phenomenon is called as Stark effect. The amount of splitting or shifting is called the Stark splitting or Stark shift. In general, one distinguishes first and second order Stark effects. The first order effect is linear in the applied electric field, while the second order effect is quadratic in the field. The Stark effect is responsible for the pressure broadening, that is Stark broadening of the spectral line by charged particles. When the split or shifted lines appear in absorption, the effect is called as inverse Stark effect. That means normal Stark effect occurs in the case of emission, and in the case of absorption it is called as inverse Stark effect. The interaction energy due to the field can be written as interaction is equal to delta E is equal to ax plus bx square plus cx cube. The coefficients a, b and c have been calculated from quantum mechanical considerations and are found to depend on the quantum number n. The first term in above equation involving x to the first power is called the first order Stark effect. The second term involving x to the second power is called the second order Stark effect, and so on. Consider a hydrogen atom situated at the origin. Let a strong electric field x is applied along the positive z axis. The dipole moment mu of the atom interacts with the field x, giving an additional potential energy. So h prime is equal to minus mu vector dot x vector, which is equal to er into x cos theta, where mu is equal to minus er, where r being the position vector of the electron and theta is the angle between the vectors mu vector and x vector, where e is the charge of the electron. Since the extra energy term is very small, it can be treated as a perturbation on the Hamiltonian. So this Hamiltonian we can write H0 is equal to, so that means unperturbed Hamiltonian. So H0 is equal to minus h cross square upon twice m del square, that means kinetic energy term, minus e square by r, that is potential energy term, right? So this is unperturbed Hamiltonian. But when this kind of perturbation is applied, so we get the new Hamiltonian. So the ground state of hydrogen atom is non-degenerate, and the first order correction to the energy is equal to E1 of 1, that means this E1 corresponds to the ground state and this 1 corresponds to the first order correction in the energy. So we get this in the bracket notation, we get psi 100, that means the ground state wave function, E x r cos theta and psi 100. The theta part of the integral vanishes, since integral over 0 to pi cos theta d cos theta is equal to 0, and therefore the ground state of the hydrogen atom will not show first order Stark effect, right? Only we can see the Stark effect in the excited states. The second order correction when evaluated gives the E1 of 2, that means second order correction to the ground state is equal to minus 9 by 4 A0 cube into x square, right? Where A0 is the Bohr radius. As the correction is proportional to the square of x, it is often referred to as quadratic Stark effect. So this second order correction is also called as quadratic Stark effect. So we can see the second order Stark effect in the ground state of hydrogen atom. Though the ground state of hydrogen atom shows no first order Stark effect, the first excited state n is equal to 2, which is 4-4 degenerate, shows a first order Stark effect. The 4 degenerate states may conveniently be specified by the quantum numbers as the kth of NLM values for kth of 200, kth of 210, kth of 211 and kth of 21-1, right? So detailed calculations show that the states kth of 200, this state, and kth of 210, this state, these first two states are affected by the field, right? So these two states, they will be affected by the external field, whereas these states kth of 211 and kth of 21-1, they are not affected by the external field, right? They will unchanged. The 4-fold degeneracy is thus lifted, right? So this is, we can see this 4-fold degeneracy, that means these 4 levels are at the same energy, and therefore we can say this state is 4-fold degenerate, right? And out of this these 2 levels, they are affected by the external electric field, whereas these 2 levels, they will not be affected, and that means we can lift the degeneracy by external applied field partially only, right? The energies of the states are given in the figure, right? So let's say this one spectral line is split into 3 different spectral lines, right? So we have the 4 degenerate levels, right? So out of these 2 levels, that means the eigenstates corresponding to these 200 and 210, right? So their combination, so that means kth of 200 minus kth of 211 into 2 raised to minus half, that will give rise to this energy level, that means E2 of 0 plus 3EXA0, right? So E2 correspond to the first excited state, right? So these 2 states, kth of 211 and kth of 21-1, they will not be affected by the external field, and therefore they will be unchanged, right? So they will appear at the same position. And the third line that will occur due to the combination between these 200 and 211 levels. So this kth of 200 plus kth of 210 into 2 raised to minus half, that will give rise to this energy level, right? So the hydrogen atom in the first excited state thus possesses a permanent electric dipole moment of magnitude 3eA0 with 3 different orientations. So one state parallel to the external field, one state anti-parallel to the external field, and 2 states with 0 component along the field, right? So this is the Stark effect in hydrogen. Thank you.